It's Movie Day. I'm Ray Love Jr.
And I'm Tre'vell Anderson.
And we are Seated, the blackest show about movies.
Yes. On this episode, you see the headline, okay? We are getting into Wicked for good.
Yes, but give me a tick on the clock before we get into that.
I hate that you did that. I hate it. Keep going, though.
And we're going to discuss our fresh out. So these are our quick bite movie reviews on movies that we saw, but we're not going to get into too deeply.
Yes.
So do you have any you want to share?
Yes. Okay. So one that I really wanted to see that you didn't necessarily want to see. Now you see me, now you don't.
Yeah.
This is a sequel, or I think it's a threequel.
It's a threequel, yeah.
As part of that, like, you know, franchise with the magicians.
Mm-hmm.
The magicians.
Voila,
and
magic.
We just
At least
started,
I didn't say
Ray.
voila.
we just started, Ray. Okay.
Well,
but yes, that, I mean, it's appropriate.
Right. There's a lot of magic today.
But you weren't really into this movie, or this kind of movie.
Yeah,
right?
it was like one of those B movies when it first came out. What was it, like 2012?
B movie is crazy.
I mean, look at the cast. Like, the cast is like Jesse Eisenberg. I forget Isla Fisher or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But just like a bunch of actors who at the time,
the white guy from Hunger Games.
Yeah, they weren't A-list celebrities at the time.
Sure. And Woody Harrelson.
Yes,
that's the white guy from Hunger Games.
But you know, he was like the one they put in to bring publicity.
Yeah.
And I just didn't imagine that was going to be a movie that grew into a franchise.
Yeah.
And now it's like very, it gives me like Austin Powers meets Kingsman meets like Bond, which meets now Spy Kids. And the fact that we have a
crazy.
third...
Not you brought in Spy Kids.
Now that we have a third version of this, I was just like, wow, we are still doing this like 10, 15 years later. And I just wasn't interested.
Well, I enjoyed it, beautiful people, okay? But I like these movies. And I also like that, you know, as they're doing with a lot of these franchises now, like this was the attempt to add a little color. Now we love justice, but it's only a little color.
Very beige color.
You know, and then the young beloved. There's a young actress who's also one of the new Horsemen in this movie. That's the whole point.
And I think that was the other thing. By the end of the movie, there were so many of them. I was like, we went from 4 or 5 Horsemen to
like 7, 8.
Yeah. I was like, okay, it's starting to feel very Fast and Furious-y with like how they're going about this. And even...
Oh, see, I didn't get that. I just thought it's a passing of the baton.
When he got in that car and drove off, I said, oh, we're in Fast and Furious mode for real now.
Well, no, I felt like because one of the plot points, right, is that like all of these folks have, over the last 10 years or whatever, however long it's been, went and had lives. Yeah. They've had children and gotten married and whoop-de-whoop. And so I liked it, okay, but you can save your money on it.
That also didn't feel earned to me because I'm like, we're doing what felt like a legacy sequel style thing to something I didn't feel like it earned.
It is. Well, it's number 3. It has absolutely earned it. What you talking about, Ray? What you talking about,
I'm comparing
Ray?
it to things like Jurassic Park with Jurassic World. Like, that's something that became such a mega classic that it earned having a legacy sequel.
You want to compare Now You See Me to one of the most profitable movies ever made.
Okay, Jurassic Park was probably not great because that is the gold standard, but that's what I think when I think legacies and sequels. Okay, let's go Scream.
You gotta bring it down, but bring it on down.
I think The Scream is a good series to compare it to, where Scream has had so many iterations, but it's still one of those movies that felt very... worthy of having a legacy sequel 10, 15 years later. Because we're like 20 years from the first Scream. And so it felt like there's distance, and also like the actors and the story has a legacy to live up to. Whereas this one felt very like forced. And
Now You See Me 2 came out in 2016. That's almost 10 years.
Right.
Do you know how much my life has changed so much in that 10 years?
I think it's that thing that people say about relationships where time doesn't make
But
things.
you didn't like number 2, so you wasn't going to like number 3.
I don't think anybody liked number 2. Did you like 2?
Well, Well,
And with that,
let's move on. Let's move on. You had a fresh out you wanted to get to.
yes. So Ricky, which is a movie that showed at Sundance. I don't think it has a distributor yet. It stars Stephan James and Shirley Ralph in a really different role for her. I got to see that last week at a small community festival that I actually have the pleasure of directing called Film Good, which is hosted by the good people here at our home, the Walk Good Yard. It was our feature official selection that we got to see, and I got to see it in an audience of like our peers and people, and you know, Miss Shirley Ralph's home essentially. And it was really it was a different, hard, heavy story. That it's a story about a prisoner who got out and is trying to like reacclimate into society.
Right.
Recidivism, essentially.
Right.
And,
Come on,
you know,
word. Recidivism.
Essentially, you're rooting for the character to succeed in that.
Yes.
But as it goes in real life, he struggles and it doesn't go the way you think it's going to go. And it was just such a heavy story. And like, I was like, this was a sturdy performance, I would say. I don't know what to tell y'all to watch that because it hasn't been distributed yet.
Right.
I think they're going to do an indie release in maybe January. So look for it then. But yeah.
Ricky. Okay, Ricky.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Ricky. I have not seen this. I don't think I've heard much of anything about this.
Like you said in a few episodes ago, movies are having a tough time finding audiences out of festivals, and this was sadly one of the ones that didn't find a distributor.
But I do like Stephan James as an actor for the most part.
Did you like when he played Jesse Williams, the track star, the Olympic track?
Oh, in 42?
No,
not 42.
That's the baseball movie.
It's called Race. What's the movie called?
It's called Race.
Yeah, it's called Race.
Yeah. But he's a good actor. He's been doing some interesting small roles here and there that I like to follow. So yeah. Ricky.
Yeah. Okay, well, shout out to Ricky. We'll keep an eye out on the release of that, hopefully coming in the new year.
Yes.
All right, well, with that, I'm ready to get into Wicked for good.
Yes.
We are going to take a break.
So grab a snack and come on back.
You heard.
Just one short year ago, we got part 1 of the Wicked origin story, and now we're already easing on down the road to part 2. We left part 1 with Elphaba defying gravity and fleeing the Emerald City, branded a fugitive, an outlaw. Part 2 picks up right where the adrenaline left off, but the tone has shifted. The bright candy-colored introduction to Shiz University is gone. Now we're in the thick of the Underground Revolution. This is the chapter where the Wicked Witch legend is actually written, where the politics get darker, and where, yes, a certain girl from Kansas finally crashes the party. In this half of the story, we watch how the friendship between Cynthia Erivo's Elphaba and Ariana Grande's Glinda survives as they are standing on opposite sides of the war. It's messy, it's heartbreaking, and it builds towards that tearjerker finale we've all been bracing for. We've seen them become friends, now we have to watch them change each other for good. This week, we're seated to unpack Wicked for good. Congratulations!
You have to cut it out. You have to cut it out.
I'm so glad we didn't have to wait years for this sequel like we usually would with these franchise movies. And we finally get into Wicked for good.
Yes. It's been come on, let's do it. I'm ready.
Before we dive in, let's talk about director Jon M. Are you familiar with his catalog at all, or what do you know about him?
I'm very familiar, it turns out, with Jon M. Chu's catalog. So I initially was like, I obviously saw Crazy Rich Asians. I think, at least I thought in my head that was the movie that put him on the map for me. But then he did, what's the other one he did? In the Heights. He did In the Heights as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. But I was going through his little filmography, people, and discovered that he directed 2008's Step Up 2.
Indeed. Yeah.
Starring a one Channing Tatum.
He has flair.
And I used to love those movies.
Really?
I know. But that genre of movie, and now to be clear, I prefer the black side of that genre of movie, right? Okay, so we're talking Save the Last Dance, which I know, is it a black movie? We'll get into it later.
It has blackness.
Not blackness. Olivia Pope would like to have a word with you.
Oh, I'm just saying. It is what it is.
Anyway, but so that is how far I have discovered my relationship to Jon M. Chu as a director goes back. That's high school.
Interestingly enough, you know what else he directed?
What?
Now You See Me Too.
Oh, I did see that. I saw that too. Which I did see, but we've established we didn't really care for.
Yeah. I really love what he did with Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably, for me,
Yes.
my favorite of his after Wicked. Like, Wicked to me is like his ultimate work. So going into this, I knew what we were getting. I knew kind of like the flair he was going to give us. So,
yeah. I mean, and obviously we also had the first movie
that we just got last year
to get an idea, right, of what we can come to expect here. But we should, we got to see the movie early. Praise the Lord.
Yeah. Just a smidge.
So let's talk about our film screening experience.
Ooh-wee.
One of the benefits of living in Los Angeles and being a film critic and part of some of these critics groups is you get invites to
early access
screenings, right? Press screenings, even tastemaker screenings and other kinds of events.
I miss using that word, tastemaker. Remember that era?
I do. They don't do that anymore. They don't really do those anymore.
Budgets.
Right. Woke. Anyway. Anyway, okay,
Damn,
so
the block is hot.
we, as always, y'all know what it is. If you are only listening to the audio of this, you are missing out.
Yes.
You better take your behind on over to the YouTube,
please,
okay, and dive in. Okay, but yeah. So I had, get invites to pre-screenings, rather often, not necessarily for the movies we want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But this was obviously one that we wanted to see. And so I, at the time of our recording, have actually seen it twice.
Oh, wow. Privilege.
Cut it out. I had got an invite to the screening that you and I went to together. And that we had already had scheduled. And then one of my favorite Black film critics, we've mentioned her work on the show before, Brooke Olby.
Black Girls Watching.
Black Girl Watching, yes. Yeah. Was texting me and was like, oh, well, I'm, now Brooke is legitimate, okay?
Yes.
Brooke is in like the critics groups with people who are also not Black, right, and so gets a different kind of access as a result.
As she should.
And so do you see the work?
Hello.
Do you see the work?
Yes.
Okay. And so I was her plus one. It was at the TV Academy. Super long line, but we were able to get in, got nice seats. There was a Q&A after
who was there
with
for the Q&A?
Everybody, with everybody. I don't know how to say that. I don't want to, mess up the people's names. But Cynthia, Ariana,
Michelle.
No, not her,
Coleman?
and not her. Who?
Coleman.
Coleman is not in the. Oh,
we gonna get into
not
it later.
him. Not him. No. Like the main people.
Gotcha,
so Cynthia, Ariana, the white man, the two white men, and then the sister. It was them. Those five. And Clayton Davis, another critic, chief awards editor at Variety, Black critic.
He gave such a good speech at the NABJLA soiree for Angelique that you planned so perfectly. It was a beautiful event.
Thank you so much.
It's a sidebar.
Thank you so much.
But yes, continue.
But yeah, so that was my first screening, which was a Dolby sound situation, which helps.
Reverberates.
We'll get there. But that was my first screening, and then you and I went together. It was not Dolby, but it was. It
was a regular, I would say a pretty standard screen.
Yes.
But it was at Universal City.
Which you hate.
Which I just hate the process of getting into it.
The
like
traffic,
you have to go through the traffic,
the parking.
the Universal City park of it all, like getting into the parking garage is just a bit much. It's also raining in LA, which if you know causes unnecessary discourse as a person who is from Miami that has regular inclement weather. People in LA just cannot get it together when it's raining.
They cannot.
But
they cannot.
Once we were there, I realized as I was walking in, it was raining. So I didn't really get to absorb kind of the atmosphere, but I saw things. And then we walked out, we realized, there's a Christmas Wicked tree, and there's like pink and green everywhere. They have completely decked out Universal City Walk.
And you loved
for
it.
Wicked. And I was giddy. Like, I was just like, this is so fun. Like, I was in my world. You were very like, what the hell is
I was like,
going
girl,
on?
it is cold. If you don't bring your behind so we can get to this car.
Yeah. So it was a fun overall experience. We even got like some swag that I see
We
you wearing
did.
today.
I am wearing fresh off the runway. Okay. I want to make sure I stay in the window. Fresh off the runway. Okay. Oz merchandise.
And we got hats too. This is not a hat, but
I did not grab the hat.
I got a hat. It's a black hat. My head's too big for it, so it doesn't fit. So I didn't wear it today. But
I don't. We don't do the hats.
I mean, you are fly today. I love these braids.
Fly today.
You're fly all the time, but fly
Let's get to the review.
Okay,
Let's get to the review.
Focused,
Y'all see what I got to deal with?
You mentioned other white men. Are you by any chance referring to Jeff Goldblum as one of the white men?
No.
Oh, just make a show. Just make a show.
Is he? I mean, never mind.
So yes, that was our experience.
Yes,
seeing the
Jonathan
movie,
Bailey and the other man is the
and
redhead.
I should also mention this is considered like my birthday movie because it's the movie releasing on my birthday
Yes.
week. So I was particularly excited
Feliz
about
cumpleaños.
this. Yes, it's not here yet, but excited. The
In
23rd.
advance.
Yes.
It'll be when they're watching this.
Absolutely. It will be November 23rd.
So tell Ray happy birthday in the comments,
Yay.
okay?
But it was a fun experience, and I think that if you're a fan of like musicals, Wicked, or just like magic, which is interesting because Now You See Me Don't. Now You See Me Now You Don't is also magic. But
yes, it is.
You'll have fun. Like you'll enjoy it. Now we'll get into this later, but it's a contrast of the first movie in an interesting way tonally. But I think it was a fun experience just going to the theaters and like being with people and watching this movie and hearing people sing and react to the thing that was on screen.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So you had a good experience. So let's dive in.
Yes, get into it.
Top line thoughts about the movie. What are your top line feelings, takeaway? We'll keep it really surface at first.
I think for me, as someone who knows the musical, I knew what I was getting into. I was like, I know what material they have to work with. And so like I went in expecting a thing. And in some ways, it exceeded the expectations with some of how they did reimagine some of the things. In other ways, it kind of let me down. But overall, it was cool. It was cool.
Okay. Yeah, well, now that I have seen it twice, and by the time y'all are hearing and seeing this, I will have seen it thrice.
Must be nice.
I agree and hear and affirm everything that you said. I don't have as deep of a history with the source material, but I familiarized myself with it after the last movie. And so but I have enjoyed the movie every single time.
Nice.
Will I put it on at home?
We will find out later on in the episode.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How you doing? Some things that I liked though, as we start to get a little bit more specific. And again, we're gonna play around with the spoiler, not spoiler, tread lightly. Yourself, okay? Govern yourselves accordingly. What I did enjoy that this movie is yet another example of how the medium, right, of film allows them to breathe a particular new energy, a new attitude, a new something, right, into what it is we understand to be the source.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can do so many other things. Like I watched the Broadway on a bootleg on the YouTube. Okay? Somebody sent it to me after the last movie when they heard I had not seen it. Okay? I'm not proud of it, but
I mean, you got to get the things how you can. Like bootlegging is a part of our culture.
You know how expensive it is to go see them shows? When I can go, I go see black ones. No shade.
I know personally because this was my first Broadway musical.
See?
So, yes.
See?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I familiarized myself with it, looking at that. And they're just things that in the Broadway show, because it is a theater and it is stage, it looks like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't have those hang-ups or those things that, at least for me, took me out of the experience, right? That you can now have all these extra tools in the toolbox of storytelling when you're doing film. And I think this movie, as the first one did, shows that so well.
Yeah, like you mentioned, they're two different mediums. And so like things that work on stage would not work through a screen. So like I can imagine watching that on YouTube and being like, what? It feels like a musical, like a stage musical,
And so for all of y'all out there, right, who've been running your mouth about how the movie is different than the stage, stand up.
It's supposed to be.
Like, duh.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
Because the stage has limitations that the Hollywood doesn't, and that's all the benefit of Hollywood magic. And like
literally,
that is something.
And they're using it.
They are using the hell out of it.
Movie, set design, the costuming, the editing, the music. They are using it.
Yeah, one of the criticisms that the first part one got was that it wasn't bright and colorful enough, and like in this one, like there are more colors absolutely present in ways that felt more vibrant. And I was like, did you take notes from the audience?
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I think this was pretty much in the can when they were doing the last one.
I think, but post, it feels like maybe they etched up that vibrancy mode on the colors. I don't know how the coloring works on things, but
I don't know. I feel like that's also part of the narrative.
The blues were bluer, the greens were greener.
Yeah, but that's also part of the narrative, right? And in this film, you get to see the as opposed to it's not necessarily as well conveyed, I think, on stage. The dark and gloomy when she's around versus Munchkin Land, where it is so bright and so colorful with all of the flowers and the gold little road going through it. To your point, but yes, all of that I think was it. Exactly what I wanted, exactly what I expected from the first movie, and it's quite effective on the big screen specifically.
Yeah, I think for me, one of the things that really stood out were the classic movie themes of like that binary of good and evil.
Sure.
It just was something that was easy to follow. It was very fun to see how they created those moments on screen, like going from a dark moment to a colorful moment to convey feeling and emotion, and also just like what they wanted to. The block is hot, baby.
Okay.
They skirting on two wheels.
Okay. Now hold on. Walk good. Okay.
But yes,
shout out to the community.
I loved that element of binary. Like, there was a line where they lay it plain where Elphaba tells Glinda, like, they have to believe I'm evil in order to believe that you're good.
Right.
And it's very much so them recognizing their place in society.
Like somebody has to be wicked.
Yes.
Or something like that.
Exactly. And like how to use that to their benefit to get what they ultimately want in the end. So I appreciated that, like, simple but like classic thematic element of it.
Yeah. So it definitely, I think to that point, right, it has stuff for, maybe you didn't watch the first movie. Maybe you don't have some of that context. I do think it is a movie where you could just jump in. I don't think you need.
Speaking of just jumping in, baby, they just get into the movie. Like the movie just starts.
It starts, which I appreciate.
Yes, like I remember saying, he was like, "Oh, okay, well we're in it."
You were so uncomfortable. You were like, "Oh, we're starting."
They didn't even try to like massage or.
There's no recap, actually, right?
No recap. They jump right back in where they left off.
Right back in, which I appreciate. Because
you
know why I'm here.
Yeah.
You know why I'm here.
Yeah.
And I know why I'm here.
Speaking of why I'm here, I appreciated this one not being as drawn out as the first one. We were like at
not as long.
2 hours?
Yeah, it was like 220, something like that.
So I was like, I didn't have to spend 3 hours here. And it, gave me what I needed. So,
but you say that as if you did not, like you hated.
Oh, no.
You thought the first movie was too long?
Absolutely not. I mean, I just didn't think that, like, if I were to watch them both back to back, I didn't want to have to watch 2 3
Well, now
hour
who would do
movies.
that?
They have double features playing.
Well, yes.
So I mean,
and
people
the
are
people
doing
who want to
it.
do that, that's what I'm saying.
And I would like to do that at some point.
You will have your opportunity.
I just don't
I
have the time.
won't. Okay, I will not. But I have streamed the first Wicked multiple times, all the way through.
She's rewatchable
since it came out. Won't be doing that here, but we'll get to it. Another thing I wanted to highlight. Say what you want about Cynthia Erivo.
Well, what are they saying?
And you know what they say, Jade. I was so... Her eyes in this movie, it was present in the first one for sure, but her eyes in this movie, they tell so much.
Yes.
They're so big. They're so vivid. They're so, you know, and she wields them so well with them green contacts or whatever she got going on.
She was absolutely wielding her power as like someone with a stage actress experience because she knows how to emote. She knows how to be expressive with her face in ways that like the camera just like danced around in ways that I was like, this is acting.
Yeah. But what I will know, and maybe I don't know if this is moving into the less likes, but you know, I'm sure you will remember around the time of the first movie, you know, and the Oscar nomination, and all of that. She got an Oscar nomination for this, right? Yes, for acting. Okay, yes.
Best supporting actress, I think?
Yeah. Folks were saying, oh, you know, she's not going to get it this year, but she'll get it next year because, like, you know, there's going to be another one. After seeing this movie, and despite how well and how good she continues to be in this, because that's what it is. It's a continuation of what she was already in the first movie. On the acting side of it, I felt like she had more to do in the first movie.
I think everyone had more to do in the first movie. And I think that is the consequence of what Act 1 and Act 2 are in the stage show.
Of the source.
Because now we're just finishing the story of like all of the big climactic moments that happen. Like we're just seeing the consequence of the big thing play out.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's what it was. Something else that I loved was really into, back to the point of themes, was the representation of news. Like, you know, as people who work in journalism, I was just like,
representation of news.
Yes, because
go deeper.
Okay,
what?
Madame Morrible. There's a very quick moment where they say she's the press secretary.
You better cut it out.
And I was like, oh, interesting, painting the villain of the story as also the press secretary, which we know.
Well, he who controls the media controls the mind.
Yes.
But so you felt represented?
No, I just liked how they visualized that
as a press
considering
individual.
Where we are, you know, in society today. Like the White House press secretary with the White House we're in now, it's very much so. You know,
you should hold this thought because I do want to. There's something. There's something there.
Another bullet to this point that I don't think will conflict with that is how they distributed the news.
Sure.
In the opening scene, we literally see them throw out newspapers into the windows to get the news quickly, rapidly to the people. And I was like, oh, that's also commentary on how news gets out today because, you know, it's not as traditional and it's typically digital and social media and getting things directly to the people from the person contriving the news.
So did you feel like the movie... And I guess both movies at this point, right, are some sort of like intentional commentary on our times, or what? Because you're noting some similarities here, or some similar themes.
Was it?
Are you trying to say this is the political movie of our time?
I think that art imitates life, and. Was it Nina Simone who said it's the responsibility of the artist to... What was the quote?
It's the responsibility of the artist to reflect the times.
The times, yes. I feel like this very much so is doing it in a way that is on kind of the widest feel possible in film and movies.
But is that...
In a safe way.
But is that only the case because Elphaba's a black woman?
She's black, not contextually. So, the stage play... Technically, she's not a black woman. She's a green woman.
Well, yes, but I'm talking about the
She's other.
It is. Well, yes, she's other. But what I'm specifically talking about are these political similarities. Like even watching the movie, I was like, you know, the wizard character, that is Donald Trump. It is. You already talked about the press sec, Madame Morrible, and her role.
I think there, how it's being,
and it is obvious. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I think if they had a white woman as Elphaba, I don't know if I wonder how many of us would identify this as some sort of film that speaks to our time versus how many of us would just say, great storytelling.
Yeah. And that's interesting because even how the lens of which I was watching this, because Elphaba is a Black woman in this production, every moment to me, I looked at as like a Black person. So for instance, another thing that I liked was kind of like how some of what was displayed paralleled like real life struggles and circumstances, like specifically when the animals, spoiler alert, we are going to talk about some things because it's just unavoidable.
Well, I told them to govern themselves accordingly
yes,
now.
But I wanted to just make sure I say that before I say this. But when we see the animals escaping Oz and they're literally going underground.
Oh, yes.
Under the yellow brick road. I was like, not the Underground Railroad up in here.
Yes.
But I'm like, that would not have been present or as front of mind if it were a white woman playing this role.
My point exactly.
Exactly.
My point exactly. The iconography, I think maybe that's a word that we can use here that comes to mind, that is invoked. Right? When Elphaba's micro braids are flying into the wind as she's fucking they shit up. You know what I mean?
She tosses it like a Black girl.
You know what I mean? And she does. You know what I mean?
She hit that first whip. I said, go on, girl.
And so it does make it hit a little different. You know, I do, while I enjoyed it and I am going to have seen it a third time by the time you watch this, I do have some thoughts, questions, comments, feelings, concerns.
As you should. But
I want to make sure you got everything positive off your chest before we move on.
Pretty much. I mean, to the point about the real life struggles, another thing that I don't know if I like this or if it was something that I would recognize.
Okay.
But Glinda's speech at the very end, where she says something along the lines of, fellow Ozians, and then she's like, all Ozians, I don't see enemies here, or something like that. It very much so for me.
I don't see color.
Yes, that is exactly what came to mind. Is I don't see color, and very much so like how white people felt so emotionally charged in 2020 and made all of these grand statements about standing with us, and we see where we are 5 years later. It just it did a thing to me where it's like I recognize this thing being a thing, and like, was this intentional? To your point of like how the social commentary is being threaded through the story.
Okay, I didn't go there.
That's
for the record
exactly where I went.
I went elsewhere, as you heard, but I didn't go there with that. It did feel the reemergence of these animals who have apparently been living and existing in plain sight.
Right.
Did not feel earned. It was just, like you said, it was fellow Ozians.
Yeah.
All Ozians.
And suddenly.
Now they come?
Right.
Anyway, but that brings me to, one of the things we haven't mentioned yet, which is we have, as everybody who's been watching, that we love a good musical.
Yes. Here. This is the musical I have been waiting to redeem.
That's exactly what you said. That's exactly what you said. Okay. So let's talk about the music.
Well, it's really hard to like.
Don't just say it.
The things I love about the music are also the things I hated about the music.
Oh, so
this is a usual thing that happens in stage musicals. There are reprises, and a reprise is basically when you hear a song revisited in maybe a different way, tonally or something. They did that a lot in this film.
They did.
With, of course, Defying Gravity. Specifically, the one moment that I got all worked up for, but then they essentially didn't really get into it, was when Glinda started to do her version of I'm Not That Girl, which for me was my favorite overall song from part one, but she didn't really sing it. And it kept reminding me of just how dazzling and how amazing the music was in the first version, and forced me to compare it to the music in the second half, where I was like, it didn't stand up to it. It just didn't give me that same ooh ah ah sensation, as you like to say.
Well, that's because the source.
because of what the story is. Yeah.
That's just what it is. The music in the second half is less remarkable.
Yeah.
Now, I do think that there are some highlights. And I do think that it helps to see it in Dolby, so Dolby theater, surround, Atmos, whatever they call it, which I did the first time.
Sound is a character in this
because the ability to hear what is actually happening on these tracks, particularly for Cynthia Erivo, but also for Ariana. It sounded better that first time than it did when we heard it last night.
That's why theater format matters.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is to say, beautiful gowns, great vocals. Cynthia can sing down. We already know that. Ariana, cute. We got you. There are two or three new songs. That they created.
Original songs.
Yeah. One is called No Place Like Home. Cynthia sings that one, and one called The Girl in the Bubble.
Yes.
And Ariana obviously sings that.
Yeah.
One is better than the other.
Yes, but neither are touching the first part. They just aren't. Or the songs in the original show. They just are not.
Well, so what did you feel about, was the song for good?
It did what it was supposed to do. Like, it very much so emoted the feeling of how the characters affected each other throughout their experiences with each other.
And I feel like they put some razzle dazzle on that.
They did what they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say.
Speaking of songs, they revisited what song was that?
At the beginning?
Yes. I didn't really care.
The one with the books.
That was another reprise that I was like, I didn't need this. They could have but I felt like that was their way of
that was cute.
Okay.
I liked, because it's a callback.
It's a callback.
And that was an intentional, that was like an intentional choreographic callback as well, right?
Yeah.
Versus some of these other reprisals that you mentioned, which were like
just moments,
But also, you think they just spent too much money to first go around, and this second time they just had to,
I would be interested to know,
like, how did that work?
I don't know how the budget was allocated for this, because from my understanding and listening to interviews that they've done, they did not do it as like two different productions.
Right, they filmed it all at once.
Yeah, just in one flow. So like, I don't know how it was divvied up budget-wise, to be honest. That would be interesting to know.
Who knows?
But with the songs, did either or the other original song rise above the other for you?
Well, I think I have a special place for the vocal timbre of Cynthia Erivo's voice.
Okay, of course.
And so that song and its placement in the narrative, I like. Overall, Ariana's, I could do without. I like when they come together. I like the harmonies, because they both, they both have such great range
and pitch.
That you're actually, you might think that the high note is Ariana, but it's actually Cynthia.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Vice versa. And so, but I'm sure both of these, songs will be, they'll be talking about them for Oscar nomination consideration. Maybe this is the way that Homegirl gets her EGOT.
Possibly, yeah.
By music, not by acting.
Damn. But The Girl in the Bubble, I had a specific gripe with, and it was such a small, petty gripe.
Yeah.
But it was the lyrics. The very last line of the song says something like, maybe it's time for her bubble to pop.
Oh.
And I was like, why didn't you say burst? It felt like it would have been a more natural flow for whatever the line was that came before it. And it just, pop fell flat for me. It's again, I say it's a petty observation, but that was something that really just like sat with me. I was like, you should have said burst.
Okay, well, we will submit that to the songwriters. One of the things I did want to say is Madame Morrible,
Girl.
Michelle Yeoh cannot sing.
And do you recall me having a visceral reaction the moment her mouth opened? I was like, oh, because it felt like she was about to get into a deep solo, which thankfully did not go into one.
But I'm like, didn't she have a little 1-2 moment in the first movie?
She did, but it wasn't. I think
it wasn't a solo moment.
Yeah, in the way this was getting set up, I was like, oh no.
It was. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Her and Jeff Goldblum, but Jeff Goldblum's performance vocally, it was more in the vein of like that old Hollywood sound where it was like quirky and fun.
Yeah, it's
so
supposed
it balanced
to be,
itself. Whereas Madame Morrible, it almost felt like I hate to say this, but Gal Gadot in Snow White being the evil stepmother, or whatever. Yeah, man, it was just as bad. So, yeah.
Now, one thing I want to mention before we go, you mentioned Coleman Domingo earlier, and I forgot that his voice is in this movie as the Cowardly Lion.
And it felt so flat. Like, I had to go back and be like, wait, didn't they say Coleman was in this movie? And so the only reason why I remembered he was the Cowardly Lion is because
we know everybody else?
Yeah, and I was like, the Cowardly Lion could have been any nondescript actor.
Sure could.
It didn't have that big of a role. He had like maybe 5 lines total.
Sure did.
Didn't turn the story. It was just, So
you mad he got another check?
No, I'm glad collect the check, but also like if we're casting Coleman Domingo, I want some more Coleman Domingo.
Oh, but he literally has like 2 lines, 3 lines.
Barely.
Like it's not much.
Exactly. And I wanted more.
Maybe like 7 lines. But it's not in two
and it's so quick
moments.
that you can't place his voice. You're like, that's Coleman.
Well, he's also cowardly.
Yeah.
So he's doing this vocal affectation that's like, you know. And
what was it again? I gotta clip that one.
Anyway, before we get to the Black Critic Spotlight, seated, stream it, or skip it.
Am I about to? No, you know what? I think
if you don't go ahead and say which we know you gonna say.
I was actually almost about to say something different.
Oh, don't be disrespectful now.
But I think Wicked for Good is absolutely worth being seated for. So seated. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Okay. If you can see it, in the Dolby or an IMAX, or one of them, what is it, 4DX, the one with the
Don't do that.
With the seats shake?
I do not recommend that because I actually went to see the first Wicked in 4DX or whatever that is, and it was terrible because they had fog machines that were louder than the screen. It was a horrible experience. I would not recommend that format at all. So stick to IMAX, Dolby, or even AMC Prime.
I did 4DX for Avatar.
I think it would be better for Avatar.
And I enjoyed it.
It's better for Avatar, but it was not good for Wicked because at every chance they got, they were
doing too much.
Yes. And I was like, this scene does not call for that. And it was also distracting from like what was happening with the songs and the music in a different way than Avatar. Because Avatar to me already feels like it's filmed in like a theme park way where Wicked is not. So, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, well, maybe then don't go to the 4DX.
Prioritize sound over.
But yes, because I do think if you are like me and you like the musical in musicals, then being able to hear that soundscape and those vocals on the big screen is great. And also, narratively, you can stream it. You know, like story wise, you could wait till this get onto the what is it, Peacock, Paramount.
So what is your final ultimate verdict? Because you done said 2 different things, and I need a definitive response here.
I'm going to say stream it. Seated. I'm going to sorry.
Please.
I'm going to say seated.
Okay.
Seated in a theater. If you can splurge for the IMAX or the Dolby or the whatever, you absolutely should.
Because what else are you seeing this weekend? Be for real.
Well, you heard him.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Black Critic Spotlight. Okay, let's see what we got. Well, before we get the Black Critic Spotlight, what the critics are saying. Rotten Tomatoes, the Tomato Meter, these are the critics, 74%. Is what that's giving.
Yeah.
Which feels Right.
Yeah. And
From
also,
critics.
And also,
From critics.
we're just at the Tuesday before it opens, so I'm sure there will be many
There'll
more.
be more people.
Yeah. So it may go up or down.
But it's also critics,
Yeah.
right? So critics are going to be more critical than the John Q. public audience when you
Naturally.
take in your daughter or your sister or whomever, right? Take your sons too, amen?
Yeah.
So the popcorn meter is drastically different at 97%.
And that's the audience. So the people are loving it. And that's over 2,500 verified ratings.
You
so
know?
like those are a lot of people. Yeah.
So, and there were a lot of people. Like, it couldn't have all just been press screenings.
Oh,
It
no.
had
They've
to
done a
have
lot of
been-
like fan promo screenings.
because there was
and
just a
stuff.
lot going on
Yeah.
at the theater the other
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
But okay, now for our Black Critic Spotlight, we're gonna shout out Jackson Weaver over at the CBC.
One of our brothers to the north in Canada.
Amen. Yes, they got Black people up there too. Okay, so Jackson gave Wicked for Good a 3 out of 5 stars, saying, quote, in part, not only do all the bangers reside in the first half, but so too do almost all the actually compelling parts of the story. And that is
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah. That's just the text.
That is just the text.
Yeah.
I hate to say.
Yeah. But it's still a good watch.
It is a good watch.
Yeah.
And I absolutely need to see both Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo on my Oscar stage.
Speaking of names, did
So,
you notice
figure that out.
how her name was listed in the credits?
Yes, her husband's or
Yeah.
baby daddy
They
or
still married? What's the
I don't know
Okay.
nothing
Anyway,
about these.
sorry.
That is a white woman.
Greek?
Despite, is that not white?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just saying. I know she had a black era. You remember?
Ponytail,
Thank
yes.
you. Next. Okay. Anyway.
Please.
Okay. We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we are going to play another round of
Black Cinema Games.
pew 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 pew.
Yeah. Back again, and now it's time for my favorite segment this week and every week, Black Cinema Games. Come on here, guns. All right, so usually when we have a black lead, I'll do the credit crawl. However, Miss Cynthia Erivo, she's still dipping her toe into film, and she's only done so many roles, and I don't think it's enough to really dip the credit crawl.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the soundbite game.
Okay.
And I'm
with her movies.
Well, it'll be interesting. I think that's what makes this interesting.
Oh, see you plotting.
It'll be music that she's had in movies. So like she's been on the soundtrack for,
Okay.
or so it'll be, I think it'll be fun. So are you familiar with her soundtrack game and what she's done?
No. But maybe because these are movies and TV shows, or is it music?
Just
or
movies.
is it just movies?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just movies.
Just movies. Black cinema games.
I think let's do it. Let's do
Okay.
it. I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready. I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. What?
So I will give you extra this week. So prepare yourself to do her known for films because she does have those as well. So just FYI. But this week for Black Cinema Games, we're playing the sound game and we're guessing Cynthia Erivo soundtrack songs. Or guessing the movie based on Cynthia Erivo soundtrack songs. So,
guessing the movie
Based on Cynthia
a
Erivo
song
soundtrack
that
songs.
Cynthia Erivo made, which
Yes.
doesn't necessarily mean
She's
Cynthia's
in it.
the. Oh, she
Right.
is in the movie.
That doesn't mean she's
It
in
does
it.
not
Yeah.
mean she.
Yeah.
We've gotten clarity. Thank you so much on Let Me Know the Rules. Let's
Yes,
do
yes.
this.
We're guessing the movie
Yes.
from songs that Cynthia Erivo has been on the soundtrack for.
Yes.
Yes. Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yes, I am ready. Oh no. But let's do it.
All right, let's go with your first song, and you're guessing the movie from the soundtrack song. They're all Cynthia Erivo.
Okay.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are, anything you're.
All right, that's all I think you need. It's a standard. Well,
The song?
a Disney classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I, even giving you the clue that it's Disney gives
I was
it
going to
away.
say it's an animated.
Could be. Disney's done live action too.
Oh, you better stop playing with me. I'm like, what came out recently of Disney's? I hate this for me. Is it like,
I'll give you a clue for this one.
I'll take a clue.
It was directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Frankenstein?
Girl, I said Disney. Why would When You Wish Upon a Star be in Frankenstein?
What's the other one? Wait, the other one is also Netflix. Pinocchio?
Okay, it was Pinocchio, yes.
But Pinocchio is a Disney
Yes.
Sorry. Yes.
I don't know if I can get it to you because you guessed Frankenstein first.
You do not have to give that to me. I did not earn that. Because that also was less than smart on my behalf.
It was like Frankenstein.
That's okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
The next one. Are you ready for the next one?
I'm going to do better. Yes. I hope y'all playing along. Okay.
So we are guessing the movie from the Cynthia Erivo song on the soundtrack.
Yes. Okay.
Here is your next sound. You should get this.
Early in the morning, before the sun begins
I know this.
to shine.
Yes.
We're gonna start moving.
All right.
Yes, baby. Oh, I love this song. Don't say nothing to me.
Go ahead, play your guess out.
This is Harriet.
It is absolutely Harriet.
This is Harriet.
Yes.
The Oscar nominated.
And that was her song Stand Up.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Oscar a great performance on the Oscar stage.
Yeah.
That
It was
night.
one of the most beautiful, the most beautiful performance of that night. Yeah.
My
yeah.
God.
Yes. All right.
Okay,
So you
period.
got one on the board.
Thank you. How many we doing total?
We are going to do 4 today.
Okay, I can do that. I can
All
do
right.
that. I
Ready
still
for
got
your
chance.
next sound?
Okay, yes.
I love you so hard, darling. Wait for you. I love you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I love you. Yes, I do.
All right. That's all you get.
It gives period. It gives period.
Okay.
That's what the song gives.
Okay.
And maybe that's not what the reference is.
I mean, I think it's pulling on like a period in the genre and style for sure.
But it has nothing to do with the movie itself.
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was going to say, but no, because she's in this movie that I'm thinking of. Can I ask you, is she in this one? Is she in this movie?
Yeah, she is in this movie.
Okay, is it Bad Times at the El
It
Royale?
is, yes. Come on, 2 points. I actually really enjoyed that movie.
You know what's so funny? That was going to be my recommendation for this episode.
Oh, shoot.
So
Okay.
instead, I will have another one in just a few short minutes.
Yes.
But Bad Times at the El because that's the
Yes.
vibe it was giving. She plays like a singer.
Yes.
And it's like it's
In a
kind of
hotel room, yeah.
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 I
It was a
also
great
enjoyed
movie.
that movie.
Yeah, same.
And her in it.
Didn't expect to. I think I watched it. This is one of the movies I actually watched as a Remember Redbox?
Yes.
It was one of the ones I rented from Redbox and watched it. Yeah.
I saw this in the theater.
Hate I missed it there, but all right. Ready for your last sound?
Let's do it.
We're guessing the movie from the Cynthia Erivo song on its soundtrack, and here is your next sound.
Here and now, you're afraid. Don't you worry, I'll teach you to fly before you fall away.
All right.
I don't know.
You look stumped.
I'm very stumped. I was gonna say
She's not in this movie as a girl.
yes. I assumed, but I was gonna say something like, what's that Tyler Perry movie? 638, 368, 666. What's the one?
You
with-
are the Tyler Perry expert, so if you don't know, I damn sure don't know.
The one with Kerry Washington about them, the black women. I'm just gonna look it up. 668. The 668. It
My
wasn't
grandma
that.
loved that movie.
It wasn't that though, because you didn't say.
wasn't.
Yeah. Okay. What was it?
All right. That was actually Fly Before You Fall from the movie Beyond the Lights, which is another one that I really
From back in the
love.
day.
No, it's not that far back in
Beyond
the day.
the Lights. That's 2014.
It's 20-something. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's a
It's
decade
2014.
ago. That's a decade ago, beloved.
Damn.
I know you hate the reality that you are
Hey,
old.
hold up now. Just a few years. Okay, we are not that far apart.
Okay, come on. Anyway, yes.
But yeah, Fly Before You Fall. It was
yes.
Beyond the Lights was one of those movies. It was one of the first movie campaigns I worked on back in my Atlanta days, and I really fell in love with that movie.
Google and About the Raw. Nate Parker.
Sure.
Well, he is great movie.
Gina Prince Bythewood directed. It was such a beautiful movie.
Great movie.
Yeah,
Beautiful movie.
And that song, man, that was the one thing I walked away from that movie constantly on my mind. I played it on repeat.
Yeah.
Beautiful song. I'm surprised you didn't remember that.
No.
All
but
right.
that's okay.
So you've done pretty good for yourself. You got 2 out of 4.
Yes, but I have extra.
You do. You have her known for that you can guess. And those are the 4 movies that IMDb selects as, the movies people know Cynthia Erivo for. So what do you think her 4 known for films are? You get 4 guesses.
It's crazy because, these movies be all over the place. They be all over the place.
They do.
And are they all films?
They're all movies.
They're all movies.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. They're all theatrical releases?
They are indeed all theatrical releases.
Okay, just wanted to verify because she be all over the place. Okay, let's see. Widows.
Yes, Widows is one of them. 2018 Widows. She played Belle.
What has Cynthia been in? Oh my God. There's something animated because I know she's done voice stuff. I imagine. Films. Maybe I don't know her film work beyond Widows, Bad Times at the El Royale.
That's one of them too.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
so you got
great.
2.
Whew. I'm coming up short.
You got 2 more guesses. You can throw it in a towel or
I don't even know what she been in. I'm coming out blank on this is what happened when you do it just live.
Are you forfeiting your final 2
No,
guesses?
I'm not.
Okay, well, hurry this thing up.
I am.
We really do gotta get a
Harriet.
timer. Okay, yes, Harriet's the 3rd one, yes.
Yes.
We really do need a timer for you.
Harriet, we do. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. I don't got
Are you
nothing.
forfeiting your last one? This would be a crazy forfeit.
Is it?
Insane.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? Oh, Wicked.
Yes. My God. I was like, the reason we are here. Yes. Wicked is also her.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Get me up out of here.
Yeah. So Cynthia Erivo's 4 known for are Wicked, Harriet, Widows, and Bad Times at the El Royale.
That's crazy.
So you actually knocked out the park this week.
Thank you.
Got 6 points out of 8. So yeah.
That's how that works? Okay,
Yeah,
6
word.
points out of 8. Look at me. Okay.
No, you get half a point, so I miscalculated.
I'm gonna say I
that.
thought so, but I wasn't gonna tell you.
4. So 4 out of
4 out of 5.
Yeah. All right, so good job. You still hit it out.
I'll take it.
Yes, word.
I'll take it.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into our good vibes only. These are our recommendations.
Yes.
I'm gonna get us started.
Go ahead, get us
Now,
in.
I already told y'all that I was gonna tell you that you should watch Bad Times at the El Royale. But because we already talked about that, I'm gonna say something else I already mentioned, which is Widows you should check out.
Okay.
With starring Cynthia Erivo, opposite Viola Davis. One of them Latinas, Michelle. What's her name?
I can't remember.
Isn't she like always play? Let me just look up the cast so I don't find myself in Michelle Rodriguez.
Yes.
I was right. Look at me. Elizabeth Debicki, Liam Neeson, Colin Farrell, Daniel Kaluuya, et cetera. Great movie. Cynthia is in it. Not a huge role, but a notable and impactful role. And it was one of the times that I was like, oh, she's I actually see her trying to be intentional about the roles that she's taking on. And it was something very different than anything else she had done up to that point. Allowed her to show her athleticism in a role in this kind of like action-oriented space that Wicked very much so is. So you should check out Widows. Great movie. Great movie.
Nice.
Like Viola Davis should have won an Oscar for this.
Nice. Okay.
In my opinion.
I
Not
agree.
that matters.
They snubbed her, but that's how they do.
That's my suggestion. Or my recommendation for this week. What is Yon's?
So my recommendation is actually going to be Cynthia Erivo related as well.
Okay,
And
good. You following the theme.
I am for once. She also, did you know she released a memoir, a book?
Recently, yes.
So I'm going to recommend her book, Simply More.
Okay.
To learn more about Cynthia and like how she came up and her version of the stories that she has to tell about her life. Why the reaction?
Why would you say it like that? And
Because
that
she wrote her.
emphasis, her version.
Because this is her. These
how
are her
is.
memories and her
Yes.
version of life.
But
So,
the way
yeah.
you said it made it
Ain't
seem
no
like
shade.
there's other versions.
No shade.
That
It's
we
just
should be talking about.
I only know what she tells us. So
I will also make another recommendation. Obviously we do, film primarily here, but she came out with an album called Chapter 1, if I'm not mistaken, Chapter 1, Verse 1, or maybe it's just Chapter 1, something like that. That's really good.
Is it?
That's really good. And so y'all should check that out.
Okay.
She got the song called The Good. I remember the good. But anyway.
Chapter 1, verse 1.
That's it. Okay, that's what it is. Chapter
like
1, verse
verses
1.
and verses, I think. Oh, interesting.
As in chapters and verses like the Bible.
It's stylized CH1 VS1.
Right.
I don't know. But yes, I'm going to listen to that.
Is that not how you abbreviate verses?
I think when you hear verses like seeing verses, you may think different things. So it's like not
but
verses
they
in the
same.
Bible, but it looks like it's verses, like versus, like
but
me versus you.
But is not the abbreviation of the verses in the Bible?
No.
It's not abbreviated at all. You don't abbreviate
No, they're
it
two
all.
different versions of the word.
No, I'm clear.
But yes, you do.
I am clear on that. But what is the abbreviation for verses as in the Bible versus the abbreviation for verses? It's fine. Let's move on. Let us move on. Okay, amen. With that, check out Widows, okay, and check out Simply Mo by Cynthia Erivo.
Yes.
Oh, she got a lot of press out of us this
she
week.
sure did.
Okay.
Shout out to our sis. Keep it playing.
Oh, okay. Well, with that, y'all, we gonna bid you adieu, okay? And we will see you all next week. I don't know what we're talking about yet, but tune in and you'll find out.
Yes.
All right.
If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us a like and tap that subscribe button. And if you're listening, give us a 5-star rating, because we are a 5-star show. We are a 5-star show. And review us in your podcast app or wherever you're tapping in today. It'll really help folks find us as we grow. Seated is an independently funded production, and your support can help us go further. Consider becoming a card-carrying member of the Seated Movie Club at seatedshow.com/join, where we'll be bringing you more of this popcorn-worthy content, special events, and more. And how do we do all that we do? Well, it's not by ourselves. Our theme music was created by Buckrow and animation by Jon M, with creative consulting by Jade Fox and publicity support by House of Heralds. This week's episode was edited by me, Ray Love Jr. Seated is a co-production of Slay John and 5011 Media. It's hosted and produced by Tre'vell Anderson and Ray Love Jr. and filmed on location at the Walgood Yard. See you at the movies. Holla! Don't need these for the cool.
I'm ready whenever you are. You get it. I'm gonna be doing this the whole episode. Go ahead.
I do love these braids. They're like my favorite hairstyle of yours.
But
your classic is also really good too.
Thank you.
Yes. Anyway, all right.